Last year, I was hitting like 190 in high A, and I was just like, I gotta switch something up. I gotta change something. And there's a lot of Latin guys on my team, and I was staying with one of my good buddies from Curacao, who they have earrings, and they were basically encouraging me to. And I told my hitting coach on the Tuesday, the start of a series, I was like, hey, Dylan, like, if I'm not player of the week this week, I'm gonna go to Claire's in Michigan and get an earring. And he's like, all right. And I heated up that week, ended up doing a lot better. I hit like 2 homers and a few doubles. And then after that, I wasn't player of the week, so off day, went to Claire's, got a little stud in the ear. And the week after that, I was player of the week. The week after that, I was player of the week, and then got moved up to Tulsa and then added to the 40-man. So I was like, I think it's got to stay. Hey, Sarah. Mama.
Johnny?
Hey, Jay.
Hey!
Good to see you, Bubba.
How are you?
Good.
Nice to see you.
Oh, sisters. Hello.
Hi, John.
What are you guys doing?
At 24, recent call-up Jonny DeLuca is living his dream. Raised in Agora Hills, an easy commute from Dodger Stadium, he can visit the family on his rare days off or drive to his former high school, which is literally a trip down memory lane.
You know, I was just thinking about all the memories from before Agora and throughout, and before going to games. You know, at high school, they can't take BP on the field on game days, so, 7 o'clock in the morning, we'd be making this drive after doing wiffle balls and soft toss at 7 in the morning in the backyard, and just saying, hey, go be yourself, go do your thing, and basically the same advice today. So a lot of memories, a lot of memories.
Oh, God.
What do you think, Spanky? You gonna win today? All right, how many home runs?
Sticks.
It was definitely not love at first sight. I cried when they signed me up because I didn't want to play baseball. I was like, it was soccer and other sports. It was just kind of funny because baseball ended up being something I fell in love with.
Well, his sisters played softball. He was just being drug along. Johnny, how you doing? So it wasn't really that we were forcing him towards baseball. I just wanted him to play all those various sports. That diversification was probably the most important to me, that they have fun doing whatever. He was obviously skilled at a couple different sports, and you got to make a choice.
Growing and loving the chess game of it and the teammates and the atmosphere, it kind of grew like, hey, I want to be a big leaguer one day.
Go, John, go, hard. Nice hit.
Chev.
What's up?
Oh, there he is. He is here.
How are you?
How we doing?
Good to see you, man. Come on
Look
in.
at this. Can I come in?
This is your home.
Oh, let's go.
There's a lot of memories around there, but there's some Karen DeLuca notes sent in with her special brownies and cookies. Once a Charger, always a Charger.
Good to see this.
She makes sure to...
That's so funny.
I know, isn't it?
That's great.
Good family, good kid. I should say man now. He's not a kid anymore. He's not
I'm
here.
still a kid.
No, he's growing into a man, as we all know.
Oh, what are those?
So these were from Johnny's freshman year. He was a part of Marmani League Championship that went undefeated, 15-0 in league. Probably his first autograph on a baseball, unless he did it when he was a little kid. Then there was a big tournament we played in, the National Classic, where we ended up winning the whole thing. It was a nationwide tournament, and he had a signature on that ball as well. Just stuff laying around, I guess, you know?
Signature's still pretty bad. It hasn't gotten much better, so we need to work on it still, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little bit shorter, but yeah, those are funny. Those are great.
You want him back?
No, you keep them. I don't want them back.
Yeah.
Oh boy. See ya. See ya.
Jonny and I showed up at the same time here in 2014. There was 10 Division I commits that were all sophomore through seniors, and Jonny was an incoming freshman. He stepped right in and showed that he deserved to be there, and not only did he deserve to be there, he deserved to play.
It's almost similar to where I am right now in terms of like just coming up and being in the clubhouse with a bunch of superstars. It's almost that same type of atmosphere where I was just like, I had these seniors who were D1 commits and who were bigger, stronger, better at baseball than me. So just like trying to learn from those guys. And I had a lot of role models and a lot of guys to look up to on that team.
When DeLuca was a freshman, Coach Chev remembers telling the player and his father that the boy was going to be in the big league someday.
I do recall that conversation, and you know, just like any dad, it wasn't that I was under thinking of how far Jonathan could go, but I also knew the reality of each step. There's a lot of other people like Anthony, the coach at Agura, they saw something in him special, and you know, that carried through. So we really appreciate that. So that's just God-given relationships that we're blessed to have that in Jonathan's life to get him to where he is today.
Oh, one more right here, too.
When was it? Oh, this was senior year?
Senior year.
Oh,
yeah.
I got moved to the second middle row.
Uh-oh.
Let's go. Chev has always been on my side, and the way he speaks of me is sometimes so over the top where I'm like, I don't know if I can live up to those standards, but it also pushes me in the same way to where it really shot my game up.
This was since he was like, what, Johnny, 8?
Yeah.
I mean, about 8 years old, we had a tournament team that was the Agura Thunder, and a lot of his buddies were from that team. A couple of them went pro, or still pro.
They fixed some of the netting on here, finally.
Uh-huh.
There's like, I remember there was that hole like right in here, so every time we'd go
Balls
oppo,
used to go
the
out of
balls
that.
would like go over this fence, like the actual fence or get on the field, but
Lot of
soft
hours.
toss, a lot of hours in these cages.
A lot of hours.
A lot, yeah.
But fun, so fun. I mean, at night, after...
Him getting the yips and soft toss and not being able
Oh,
to...
yeah, from 5 feet, I can't get a strike.
See now. Sink and drive. Good.
I love that. Sink and drive.
He's been my coach from day one, and he's definitely made me the man I am today, and I'm so grateful for him and what he's done and the time and effort and money he's put into it, and I can't thank him enough for that.
Breathe. Arch your back. Look at the pitcher. Break it down. It's an at-bat in the major leagues. This is the tape that's going to go to college.
Those training techniques all centered around, again, whether it was football or soccer or baseball, to take a bad at-bat, a strikeout, an error, whatever, and use that as a positive. Those lessons were probably the most important thing I think that we instilled in him was pressure's a privilege, enjoy the process, take any of the failures and make them positives. Yeah, but you didn't exaggerate it. That was your highlight.
Yeah.
With his father's wisdom and all the positives gained, DeLuca took his skills to the University of Oregon for 2 years before the Dodgers drafted him in the 25th round of the 2019 draft.
The Dodgers were definitely the hometown team, and I've told, a lot of people about Kershaw when he was coming up and seeing him as like I think he was either 20 or 21 years old, and seeing him warm up and being in the stands for that, and I get to share the same clubhouses with him, and just the man that he is pretty cool and pretty special.
Starting this season in AA, DeLuca got the call to AAA in Oklahoma City, where it wasn't long before he got the call to LA, and the first person to cross his mind was his dad.
We got a FaceTime from Jonathan, and you only dream. You think maybe this is it. But when it is it, the floodgates open, and it's a dream come true.
Oh my God.
Backstage Dodgers is brought to you by Cadillac.
We got my bedroom right here. Let's take a little tour. Still in the same condition, still dirty. Mom just got me this. This was pretty recent. It's like kind of a collage of all my jerseys from back in the day, and she just put them in one in a little blanket. We got the surfing mural. Love to surf in the off season. It's literally pretty much the same. I haven't changed really a thing. Playing in so many different parts of the United States, like it's hard to kind of make somewhere your home and then you're constantly moving. Just having a place that I can call home and just a safe place for me is pretty special. We got some special
On a day off, Jonny DeLuca enjoys the comforts of the home he grew up in Agora Hills, about 35 miles from Dodger Stadium, extremely convenient to his new Major League home.
Here's Jonny DeLuca. He gets called up today in place of Trace Thompson, who goes on the IL.
Jonny DeLuca impressed in spring training, and he certainly has earned this spot.
Congratulations, man. This is awesome. Come on, I got you. No. I got you. You can get the big one, though.
When I was put on the 40-man in November, I knew that there was a chance sometime this year. I truly didn't think it was going to be this early.
We already spilled coffee on the white pants on the airport, so that was a good start to the day.
You know, all these guys say it happens faster than you think, so I knew if I played well enough, like, that there would be a chance, but yeah, it definitely happened earlier than I thought. Hirsch was like the first guy I saw and was able to, you know, give him a hug and see some of the other guys and just, you know, trying to take in the moment and trying to take in everything. There's so many different emotions happening.
Proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
Well done. Let's get it, all right?
Looking forward to it. Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's have some fun. Win some baseball games.
Let's do it.
I didn't get in, but it was still special being at Dodger Stadium against the Yankees, and I'm just learn as much as I can because there's so many guys to learn from on this team. It's pretty special. We got my babies over here. We got the surfboards. We got some Channel Islands. We got the longboards. They're all in the cases right now, but all the shortboards and stuff. So those are my babies. This is actually the board I got. Like right after they notified me that I was on the 40-man, I told them I was in San Diego and I went to the surf shop and bought this thing. So get a little pay raise when you're on the 40-man. So I was like, oh, I gotta get something.
It's so fun. I know there's so many pressures in this life on various levels. Certainly it's amplified with Major League Baseball. But to have him come in the door, it takes about maybe an hour and we're right back to, you know, where we were when he was in high school. And as it should be. We just go right back to the most important things in life and have the discussions that we've had for years and years. Without the cars here, there's a lot of net work, tee work, wiffle ball work, even
Soft
inside
toss,
when you got inclement weather. So there are a lot of memories, a lot of dents.
Oh yeah, a lot of dents.
Jonny DeLuca in his Major League debut, living a dream not just by playing in the Major Leagues, but doing it for the team that he grew up cheering for. That is caught at third. Newman steals a big league hit from Jonny DeLuca, much to the dismay of Mr. and Mrs. DeLuca.
Them traveling, my parents and my agent and one of my buddies from Oregon going to Cincinnati and seeing my debut there. Being able to have all of them on the field was really cool.
We've been fortunate that we could travel, but to have him here in the off season, to have him here on home stands, to be here with his, you know, friends and family, is just nothing better. We feel really, really blessed.
DeLuca lines the ball to center field. He's got his first big league hit. Jonny DeLuca with a single to center field.
You're always waiting for each of those milestones, and I know he is too. And as we shared each of those milestones, certainly being there at the stadium, seeing him in the uniform, culminating at Father's Day, being on the field, it's just, there's no better dream that a baseball fan, a Dodger fan, or a father could have.
You've probably thrown these more than I have. I don't know where the spot is now.
Well, that's what that's the spot.
Almost.
That's right through it.
Right through. Just being able to, on the off days, come back home and kind of have that like reboot of talking to family, talking to friends. It's just special for all of us because we still have that relationship. Like you see, we're still joking around. We still, you know, make fun of each other. This one, the first one would have stuck pretty good.
I know.
You know, my parents are my biggest supporters and never take it for granted, and just, they obviously have done a lot for me, and I'm very grateful for them.
It's surreal, for sure. It's so much bigger than baseball. I mean, you know, what Jonathan has inspired to, what his honor, his character, the person and man that he's become, it's a father's dream. And he's taken the most of it. He's been thankful for it. He's forged forward in it in a way that a father just can't be more proud.
No introduction needed for you guys?
The Jonas Brothers stopped in to check out Dodger Stadium, where they'll be performing in September. Also in attendance is another trio who performed hundreds of times at this venue. And this night marks the 50th anniversary of the very first time they got together.
Same old characters. Hi, Richard.
Good. How you
Good
doing, man? Good
All
to
right?
see you. Yes.
Hey. There you go. I heard you're a scholar now. I heard you're reading all kinds of books.
Always reading.
Well, Susan says, my God, he's just, you know, book after book after book.
You got nothing else to do.
That's right.
I'm trying to take up game of golf, but
yeah, I know.
I got to get out, and I can't say.
You do.
But you can't do it anymore.
No. This is, yeah, it's shot, man.
You know, my arm all of a sudden started hurting right here.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but old age.
It's arthritis.
Arthritis.
Less mobile now, perhaps, but 50 years ago, seemingly nothing could slow them down.
The Los Angeles Dodgers features some mighty familiar faces. Ron Say, everyone's favorite Penguin, is back at the hot corner. Bang, bang, double play. At shortstop, it's Bill Russell.
Russell makes the force himself. Fires to Garvey, double play.
And for a Major League record 8th straight year, second sacker Davey Lopes.
Here it comes. Get out, Davey. I told you.
And first baseman Steve Garvey joins Say and Russell in the infield.
Garvey just continued to get better,
forming the nucleus of a team justifiably brimming with confidence.
Steve Garvey had been a bench player for the Boys in Blue, but when he was added to the lineup that Saturday in 1973, almost a decade of Dodger history was born.
Got a hit in the first game of a doubleheader, and I'm sitting in my locker, and Walt Olson comes by and he stops and he says, "You ever play first base?" I said, "Oh, sure." Well, I played one game in Little League and one AAA, but I wasn't going to tell him. And he said, "Well, get a glove and play first tonight, and we're having trouble against lefties, get some hits." So that night I started, and it was the first night of Say and Russell and Lopes and myself.
Became the nucleus of the team. We did this over an 8.5-year period, and really weren't too concerned or, you know, involved or over-elated about, you know, what we were doing in the moment, because we were in the moment of trying to win games and world championships. That's where our mind was. Well, look at this guy. He's gonna come and steal the show, right? He's gonna come over and steal the show. Get out of here! This ain't your night. This is not your night. Reggie shows up in some funny places. I've known him for a long time. All 4 World Series we played against Reggie, with Oakland and 3 with the Yankees. So, you know, he hurt us a couple of ways. He hurt us with his bat, and he hurt us with his hip.
Russell drops the line drive, gets the course at second, but hits Jackson with a relay to first, and Munson scores from second base.
You'll understand this as a player. The thing that tipped me off not to move and to stand my ground, I saw Russell catch the ball and drop it.
Yeah.
And so when I saw that, it gave me time to figure out what was going to happen. And then he threw the ball right at me, and I said, well, I'm in the baseline.
Okay, so that's his version of it.
Well, our last year together, to beat the Yankees in 1981, after they beat us in 77, 78, and we got a chance to do it again against the Yankees. It didn't start out very well. We lost the first 2 games, but it ended up on a great note.
For the 5th time in history, the Dodgers are World Series champions.
We won 4 games in a row, and we were the World Championship, and after 8+ years together, it was just a great feeling to have. The grind of 162 games,
yeah.
I can't
I don't
believe
know how
it.
we did it. I don't know how we did it.
We were young, but...
Well, yeah, we were. You know what? Of all the guys in the infield that I thought had put more pressure on was you. I really did. I mean, that was tough. I mean, there were times where I'm saying, I'm going out there again.
Oh, here it is. Watch this. This is fun. This is how we all started together. It's great to see the guys. It's like the old saying, they've been good for so long, they've become great as friends, as teammates, and what we accomplished on the field is something very special to us.
The second outfielder to be converted to the
Ooh, look how high he went up. Wow. He got up on that one.
The league speed, stealing 400.
And Mr. Lopes, who was a base stealer, he stole a lot of bases.
Technically speaking, we're the most successful infield in Major League history. That's simple. Because we played so long together, we won more games than anybody. We have 4 World Series, World Championship. Every member of the infield was a multiple-time All-Star. We're extremely pleased with the contributions that we made as a group, our group, to the history and tradition of the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Brooklyn Dodgers that was handed down to us. When they tell you to go ahead, you go ahead, all right? Throw it right to them.
Go ahead.
Great. Throw it.
Yeah, boy. All right, man. It's been a tremendous honor to be able to, you know, carve our way, our own little niche, if you will, in Dodger history and tradition.
On the next Backstage Dodgers, recognition of a career milestone.
Welcome to the 2000 Hit Club, Freddie Freeman.
I think that's what 2,000 hits means to me, is just being able to go out there every day and grind and compete every single day.